Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Minhajul Abidin Emo. Uh, our presentation topic is traffic light controller system using IC 555 timer and counters. Mm, our project group member are Minhajul Abidin Emo, me, and Mahima Farhamun, Nafizul Haq Nafis, Sheikh Shafi Islam, and JB Mahim. In this project we use many kind of component which are one IC 555 timer, one counter, one DC power supply, one ground, 9 diodes, two capacitors, two resistors, three provirs which are red, green and yellow. Now I'm going to next slide. uh, our next slide is definition of IC timer. IC timer is a one type of chip used in different applications like an accelerator, pulse generator, timer, etc. The operating range of these ICs range from 4.5 volt to 15 volt DC supply. The main the main unching of this IC is the generate and accurate timing pulse. The functional parts of this 555 timer IC include flip-flop, voltage divider and a comparator. So that's all for my parts. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I am Shafi Islam. I am going to talk about the definition of counter. So, what is counter? Counter is a sequential circuit, a digital circuit which is used for counting pulses is known as counter. Counter is the widest application of flip-flops. It is a group of flip-flops with a clock signal applied. Counters are of two types, asynchronous or ripple counters and synchronous counters. The flip-flops within the asynchronous counter do not change states at exactly the same time because they do not have a common clock pulse. And the flip-flops within the synchronous counters are clocked at the same time by a common clock pulse. Counters are very widely used components in digital logic designs and circuits and manufactured as separate integrated circuits. It also incorporated as parts of integrated circuits. It is usually constructed of a number of flip-flops connected in cascade. Depending on the way in which the counting progresses, the synchronous or asynchronous counters are classified as follows: up counters, down counters, and up or down counters. An up counter counts events in increasing order, a down counter counts events in the decreasing order, and up-down counter is a combination of an up counter and a down counter. It can count in both directions, increasing as well as decreasing. Uh, Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Jubair bin Mahmoud Mahim. My presentation topic: traffic light controller using IC 555 timer and the counter. Now I explain my slide number is 7. The topic name is pin configuration of IC 555 timer. GND terminal pin is one GND pin which is used to supply 0 voltage to IC. Trigger terminal. Pin 2 is a trigger pin. The trigger pin is used to feed the trigger input when the 555 IC is set up as a monostable multiplier. The this pin this this pin is an interpreting input account. This pin is an interpreted input, a comparator. This pin is an inverter input, the converter, and the responsible for the translation of flip-flop from set of reset. The output of the terminal depend on the amplitude the external trigger plus applied this pin. Output terminal. Pin 3 is output pin. There are two ways in which a load can be connected to the output terminal. On way to the connected V2 in output in pin 3 and ground pin 1 at V2 in pin 3 and supply pin 8. Reset terminal. Whenever the terminal IC is best reset to disable a negative plus and apply to pin 4, and this named as a reset terminal. The output is reset irrespective to the input connected to the output is reset respective the output is the output is reset respective irrespective the output is reset irrespective to the input condition. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum audience. My name is Mahima Farah Moon. So before I start my presentation, I would like to thank you sir for giving me this chance. So my presentation topic is traffic light controller using IC555 timer and counters. Now I'm going to explain slide number 7. The topic is pin configuration of IC555 timer. Here we have four things to explain. First one is control voltage terminal. Second one is threshold terminal. Third one is discharge terminal. And fourth one is supply terminal. Now I'm going to explain one by one. So first one is control voltage terminal. Okay. The threshold and trigger levels are controlled using this pin. The pulse width of the output waveform is determined by connecting a port or bringing in an external voltage to this pin. The external voltage applied to this pin can also be used to modulate the output waveform. Now, second one is threshold terminal. Okay, this is the non-inverting input terminal of comparator one, which compares the voltage applied to the terminal with a reference voltage of 2/3 VCC. The amplitude of voltage applied to this terminal is responsible for the set state of flip-flop. Third one is discharge terminal. Okay, this pin is connected internally to the collector of transistor, and mostly a capacitor is connected between this terminal and ground. It is called discharge terminal because when transistor saturates, capacitor discharges through the transistor. And last but not the least, my last topic is supply terminal. A supply voltage of 5 voltage to 18 voltage is applied to this terminal with respect to ground. So that's all my part. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum sir. My name is Nafizul Haq. My presentation topic is traffic light controllers using IC 555 timer and counters. Let's go to my presentation slide. My presentation topic is simulation. Here we can see that slide 8 and 9 are similar. Now I will discuss the simulation image. Here we can see that here I have used one IC 555 timer and one counters. The reset pin is connected in between VCC and R2 resistor. Discharge pin is connected in between R1 resistor and R2 resistor. Threshold pin is connected with trigger pin. The trigger pin is connected with C2 capacitor, and the C2 capacitor is connected with R1 resistor, and R1 resistor is connected with R2 resistor, and the R2 resistor is connected in between VCC and the DC voltage. The C2 capacitor is connected with ground, and the C1 capacitor is connected with ground and also control voltage, and the output is connected with the counters, and the output of the counters is connected with D1 to D9 diodes, and they are connected with X1 probes, X2 probes and X3 probes. Here it first comes with red color, then X2 comes with green color, and X3 comes with yellow color. if I run the simulation, it first comes with red color, and after few seconds it comes with green color, and then after few seconds it comes yellow color. Thank you, sir. My part is over. Assalamu alaikum.